It is time for another theme park Coastin top 10 video where we count down the top 10 rides and attractions at theme parks all around the world. So join me today as we count down the top 10 rides at Magic Kingdom. Starting off at number 10, we're going to take a trip into a small world, and no matter whether you want to discover the world or just listen to the most catchy soundtrack on the planet on repeat, then this is the ride for you. Situated within Fantasyland, unlike all the other small worlds, the facade isn't the greatest, but the ride definitely does not disappoint at all, with you and your group embarking on a 10-minute journey like no other, full of many iconic sights from around the world, including my home country of England. However, to warn you in advance, once you ride Small World once, you will want to do it again and again and again. Located right next to Small World, our number 9 position is probably the most controversial ride on the list, as we're going to take a flight on Peter Pan's Flight. Now before you all do start to scream at me, hear me out as I honestly do not get the hype for the attraction. For starters, the queue line for a ride is long. So long in fact that it has an average queue line of 90 minutes. This is nothing though compared to the ride itself, where you will soar around many scenes from the Peter Pan franchise. However, it is no different to rides like Pinocchio and Snow White. Therefore, unless it has a queue fewer than 20 minutes, I would try the more unique rides at the park first. But with all the people that I know, including my friends and loved ones, loving this attraction, I had to put it on the list. Have you ever wanted to drive your very own car around Disney World? Well, if so, you must jump aboard Tomorrowland Speedway, as you can do just that. Once you and your partner have decided who is going to put the pedal to the metal, and also who is going to enjoy the spectacular journey, or in my instance, a very bumpy one, you will be able to steer past some of Tomorrowland's most futuristic inventions like Space Mountain and the People Mover, in addition to driving over a bridge or two along the guided track. Just be careful not to crash into the car in front of you, as the passengers of that car may be driving you crazy. Ding ding, did you see what I did there? All aboard, as for our number 7 spot we have the classic Walt Disney World Railroad, and with it opening back in the park in 1971, it has been a fan favourite for over 50 years. However, what makes this railroad so great is its multi-purposes, as if you want to get from one place to the other after a long day of walking, with the railroad having 3 highly themed stations at Main Street USA, Frontierland as well as Fantasyland, you can do all of that. Whereas if you want to have an enjoyable as well as relaxing 20-minute round trip, you can do that too. A quick tip from us though is to keep your eyes open, as even though you may be a little bit tired, you may be able to come across a sneak peek of some much beloved attractions and even a Native American. Choo choo. At our number 6 position on our top 10 list, things are about to turn a little bit wild with Jungle Cruise. Now anyone who is watching this and has never seen the Jungle Cruise film or have been on the ride before, I could not recommend this attraction anymore. And if you have ridden it, well, you will know how great this is, as Jungle Cruise really is a cruise like no other. Along your 10,000 mile journey, you will experience everything from gorillas which just overrun a camp, to hungry lions, to even some of the most dreadful jokes that you have ever heard. But at the end of the day, there is no doubt in my mind that you will have the most fun and hysterical ride of your life. Ding ding. Top 5, and coming in for this position and our first roller coaster on the list, we have 7 Dwarfs Mine Train. Now before we do begin to talk about this very unique ride experience, I do have to talk about one thing, the theming, as no matter whether you are in the queue line, on the ride, or just looking at it from a distance, the incredible effort from the Imagineers that's gone into this ride really makes you feel as if you are in the storyline. This just continues throughout the ride though, with it being a rocking car design. And for anyone who does not know what this is, in a nutshell it means that while you race around all the twists and turns, your car will also rock, causing even the biggest thrill seekers in the group to go, "Hi, whoa!" Oh, I've got to stop now. If you get scared easily, skip to number 3, as for the number 4 position on the list, we have Haunted Mansion, the most spectacular ride at the park, but also one which often, due to its very fast inputs, gets a very short queue. So over here on Theme Park Coastin, we would suggest riding it when the park is at its busiest. Nevertheless, if you are brave enough to enter, after the initial pre-show, which I won't spoil for you guys, you will take a private tour around all 999 happy haunts, while once again a very catchy theme song is playing. The question is though, will you escape, or would you be the 1000th haunt? Comment down below. We have made it to the top 3 rides at the park, and for our number 3 spot we have the wildest ride in the wilderness, Big Thunder Mountain, and the slogan does not lie. Themed towards the Wild West, from the second you get into the queue line and onto that attraction, you will know that you would be in for a treat, and you would definitely not be wrong, as this legendary coaster is both thrilling with its custom layout consisting of 3 lift hills, in addition to, as I think you can probably tell, some incredible theming. So even though in my eyes it is nowhere near as good as the Big Thunder Mountains in California, and especially the one at Paris with you actually going under the water, a trip to Walt Disney World is nowhere near complete without a ride on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. From a Wild West themed mountain to a mountain themed towards space, as you can probably guess by what I just said, we have got Space Mountain at number 2, and even though it was hard to choose between this and Big Thunder, here is why we think Space Mountain is worthy of this spot. Now firstly, in terms of the ride experience, despite it being dark, and for that reason I have put on some light on POVs, the ride itself is surprisingly intense, with its sharp bank turns as well as those airtime hills that we all know and love. Although what makes this ride at number 2 is the sofas that you sit on. Okay, on a genuine note, it's because with the thrilling coaster mixed with incredible theming, it creates an experience that will never be forgotten. So what are you waiting for? Let's go to infinity and beyond. Zippity doo dah, zippity day, for our best ride at Magic Kingdom today. Whether it's sunshine or whether it's rain, Splash Mountain is here to stay. Oh, okay, I apologise for that. However, I will not apologise for putting Splash Mountain at number 1, as it is plain down amazing, and in my eyes there is no better adventure out there. Once boarded your log, you will gently drift around as well as inside the mountain, full of many classic characters and songs. This is not all easy sailing though, as there is a total of 5 drops on this log flume, with one being inside and very unique, and of course the famous 5-story drop at the end, really finishing off the ride with a splash. So no matter how old you are or brave, Splash Mountain will bring you to your laughing place. And for all of those reasons and so much more, Splash Mountain is not only my favourite ride in Magic Kingdom, but my second favourite ride in the world after Splash Mountain at Disneyland California. That is it from our top 10 video today. Of course, you'll have your own opinions and we would love to see them in the comment section below. Also, if you have enjoyed the video, at the top we have got 2 videos that we know you would love, and at the bottom there is our Patreon page as well as subscribe button. But with all that said, there is only one thing left to say. My name is Tom from Theme Park Coastin, and I will see you for the next video. Goodbye.